Update, am I the bad person for losing my cool and screaming at my girlfriend to get out of my house after what her stepbrother did? My girlfriend asked me yesterday if we could talk in person. I agreed. We met at a public park. She showed up already looking on the verge of tears. Buttered Crumpet 09, your comment was goated. I basically said it word for word to her, lol. The comment from Buttered Crumpet 09. Hey GF, this isn't about you and your feelings. Your adult, drunk stepbrother went into the bedroom of my underage, teenage sister, shut the door behind him, and would not leave. The best thing that I could do was make him leave. Rather than being appalled and apologetic, you had the audacity to question whether my sister was being honest in front of her, at which point I lost my temper. How could you accuse her of that whilst seeing how upset she was? Even if you had doubts, that wasn't even vaguely the time or place. Since this happened, the only person you've cared about is yourself. You want an apology for me being angry and shouting, but not once have you apologized or asked about my sister. Again, this isn't about you, and I don't think this is going to work out since I want to protect my underage sister and you want to protect your feelings and your potential predator of a stepbrother. Am I sorry I raised my voice at you? Yes, but if ever a situation warranted it, it was then. And no, you've never seen me like this because I've never been in a position where a grown man shut himself in my sister's bedroom and made her afraid she was going to be taken advantage of. Now we're done and there's nothing left to say. That's what I'd send to her. She's a dirtbag, and I'd bet he's done this dirt before. She let me speak and was silent for a long time before she said she was sorry for the way she had reacted. She told me she had been drunk and panicked and hadn't been thinking clearly and was trying to stop it from becoming a fight. We discussed her stepbrother. She told me he has a weird streak and acts oddly sometimes. She told me he genuinely could have made a mistake and didn't mean any harm. I asked why he'd gone upstairs in the first place and why he'd shut himself in with my sister on finding out he was in the wrong room. No answer. I asked how was she so sure he had no perverted intentions. No answer. Some of you suggested that the stepbrother might have had a history and even might have done something to her. I didn't outright say it, but I was implying it. I kept saying what if he had gone further, what if he's endangered someone before, and you don't know about it, etc. I asked if there had been incidents like this before, and how she could possibly downplay what happened. She didn't have anything to say, but again, at that point she was too choked up to speak properly, so I don't think she could have answered, even if she wanted to. Anyways, I wasn't there to listen to excuses or justifications, and I told her that. She asked me if we were over, and I said the only way we could move forward was if she apologized to my little sister, and then stopped all contact with her stepbrother. I just don't see a scenario where my sister feels comfortable around him again. She told me she didn't want to lose me, but she couldn't do what I asked from her. So I told her yes, we're done. My parents came back this morning, by the way. Like I said, they had been out of town at relatives' place. I hadn't told them about this over the phone, I just said an incident had happened and I would explain when they got back. My sister asked me to speak to them on her behalf, and I told them everything. My dad gave me a big scolding, rightfully so. He says he wants to speak to my ex's parents about this, let them know what their son did. Police here are about as useful as milkers on a bull, but we discussed it and we're going to file a report. I highly doubt it will go anywhere, but at least it will be a record in the system. My sister is doing better. She was really shaken up. She asked if she could sleep in my parents' room or mine for a bit. We will probably arrange a therapy or counseling session for her and let her decide if she wants to continue. I'm going to take her bowling and then we'll get food. Just the two of us, so I can also apologize on my part. I feel upset. I feel guilty, actually. I trusted my ex and me being naive put my little sister in danger. I've always thought I was a responsible person, and this happening when I was supposed to be in charge is messing me up. I'm pissed at myself, not gonna lie. But we move.